Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the latest episode of our Glory Hunter series. We're in the season 2. We're moving into January in any moment now. But first of all, we do have games we played in December in the League and in the Champions League as well as we're pushing our way towards the top of the table. So let's get a look at the results first of all. So where we left off, we played Fulham, and as we see, we beat them 4-1 with a great hat-trick from Alexander Isak. Following that, we went on to play against Feyenoord in the Champions League. We were at home, of course, as you can see. We did come away with a 2-1 victory. Anthony Gordon scoring in the 34th minute, Memphis Depay equalising 2 minutes later, before Alexander Isak scored late on in the second half. As we see here, Calafiore bringing the ball down our left-hand side, cuts the ball cross back, and Anthony Gordon there. Anthony Gordon surprisingly good at headers, not an attribute I thought would have been such a huge plus for him. But as we see here, Memphis Depay scoring from a very tight angle, Anthony Gordon, of course, scoring a header in the first half 2 minutes before. As we see here, Bamba brings the ball down to Calabria on the right, goes into Berardi on the wing, cuts it back for Alexander Isak to finish. So after following that, we did play then in the back in the league. We played against Manchester United. We came away with a 0-0 draw there. No highlights to show you from there, so we're not going to bother. In the quarterfinal of the EFL Cup, we then faced Bristol Rovers away from home. We did rotate the squad a little bit. Jonathan Tah played the first game in quite a few games. Gave a rest to a few of our more first team senior players. And we came away with a 5-1 victory. As we see, Berardi making his return from injury, finds Calabria, who cuts through defence and pulls it back to Pablo Roberto to make it 1-0. As we see here, Jonathan Tah, as mentioned, getting in for his first start in a while, finds Calabria, a lovely through ball to Jonathan David to make it 2-0 in the 24th minute. Berardi then takes a short free kick to Jamal Lewis, making his return from a long-term injury, playing a little bit of a 1-2, and Berardi finding the net to make it 3-0. Tonali then involved, finds Pablo Roberto, makes a run out the right-hand channel, cuts the ball back to Jonathan David to make it 4-0 just after half-time. Sawyers then finishes a penalty, and finishes a penalty very well, I might add, to make it 4-1, before Anthony Gordon cuts the ball in on his right foot, fires home to make it 5-1. That sees us into the semi-final. The draw for that has been done. We will face Spurs. We are away at home in the first leg. We are away from home in the first leg and at home in the second leg. Next up, we have a big double header. We're facing against Liverpool and against Arsenal, who are very much in the top four. We come away here with Anthony Gordon scoring in the 72nd minute to give us a 1-0 win at home against Liverpool. A very important result for us as we push on towards the top. As we see here, Adeyemi involved, finds Bruno Guimaraes, who makes a nice run forward, plays the ball across to Gordon, absolutely drills home a first-time strike. Just absolutely thunders it in the top corner. A goal worthy of winning any game, of course. We then followed that up with a trip to the Emirates Stadium, where, as you can see, we've come away with a 2-0 victory there. Alexander Isak scoring yet again another goal, and Lewis Smiley getting on the score sheet as well after he provided a couple of clear-cut chances, having a very, very good game. As you see, Anthony Gordon breaking down the left-hand side. The ball is up in the air. Nobody really deals with it, and Isak heads home from about 4 yards out. Later on in the second half then, as we see, Botman and Barnes combining very well, finds Lewis Smiley on the edge of the box, who fires home for the victory. That win did put us top of the league. It did give us a little bit of a cushion over Arsenal, and we'll show you that in just a few moments. We then followed that up with a trip at home against, a game at home against Leeds. I'm trying to get through these as quick as we can so we can get straight into our FA Cup game. We followed that up with a game at home against Leeds United, winning 3-1 as we see here. Ramazani making a break all the way down our left-hand side, cuts the ball back. Harrison heads home from half a yard out, let's say. Towards the end of the first half then, as we see, Pablo Roberto runs down our right hand side, cuts the ball back across the 6-yard line, and Harvey Barnes is there to score. Calafiore then combines with Willock. He finds Barnes. Willock back to Willock again. Has a go from distance. Very good shot. The keeper saves it. Doesn't quite hold on to it, and Berardi scores to put us 2-1 ahead. Berardi then involved for the third goal, as his cross is fumbled by Melier in goal, and the ball comes back to Jonathan David, losing my place, to finish to make it 3-1. We then followed that up with another newly promoted team in West Brom, as we see this time away from home at the Hawthorns, and we come home with a 4-0 victory. Very, very pleased with that. We did beat them earlier in the season. We did struggle a little bit to beat them from what I remember. So very pleased to get a strong result here. As we see Tonali whipping in a corner towards the back post. Jonathan Tah, all 6'5" of them, is there to make it 1-0. Eric Garcia involved as he finds Adeyemi on the left flank, cuts the ball back, finds Isak to make it 2-0 in the 34th minute. Lewis Hall then in the second half makes a break down our left hand side, finds Adeyemi who comes inside and he fires low and hard into the far corner to make it 3-0. And the final goal sees Adeyemi and Hall linking up again as Adeyemi breaks forward, finds Alexander Isak, left foot finish. It's 4-0 and a very comprehensive result. So very, very pleasing. What that has done for us in terms of the league, it has put us on top of the league. I wasn't expecting a title challenge this season. I was expecting certainly to try and get close to kind of second place and maybe push the top team a little bit. But as we can see, we're top of the league, 6 points clear. Arsenal, who went undefeated for so long in the season, have now lost 5 games of their first 22. Spurs, of course, haven't, with a game still to play. We have played a game less than Arsenal. As you can see, we are 6 points ahead of them currently. We're going to try and push that out, hopefully, to make it a 9-point advantage. And as you can see from here, Alexander Isak is top goal scorer on 18 goals in the league. So that is how we stand currently in the domestic league. Of course, we do have a game coming up now in the FA Cup. Following this, in the next episode, we have another slew of games to play, including this double header against Spurs in the semi-final of the Carabao Cup. A round very much we would love to get through to the final against. If we have a quick look at the other semi-final, it does see we go to the semi-final, does have West Ham or Man City will face against Southampton. I would presume probably Man City in that. Presumably, probably if we beat Spurs, we will face Man City in the final, which would be great to get through to the final. Hopefully, it's another trophy we can tick off. But there is a possibility we may also be challenging for the Premier League this year as well. So we're making some changes to our lineup for the game against Tamworth. Now it is not Tamworth, sorry, Gateshead. Of course, there's something of a derby. We're playing against them. We're making a few changes. We're going to bring Leo Querfeld in for a start. We're going to bring in it's Patino Livramento on the bench here. We're going to bring Mateus Rees in for left back. We're going to bring in Harvey Barnes. I'm not going to bring in Harvey Barnes. I'm going to bring in Angel Alarcon on the left wing. I'm going to bring Samuel Justo in the central midfield. I'm going to bring Jonathan David. I'm going to keep Jonathan David on the bench. I'm going to bring Garan Kuol in up front. I'm going to bring in for a debut, now that he's joined the club, we have Rune Bargi. Hopefully he can drive us forward this season. Eric Garcia, I'm going to put you into defensive midfield. I'm going to put Sven Botman in on the bench. So very much a largely changed team. I mean, Gateshead are in the Vanarama National League. At the risk of sounding pretentious, we are miles better than them, and even some of our sort of more reserve players should be a fair bit better. We should win this game comfortably. We are putting Leo Querfeld in for his first game of the season. Gran Kual and Rene Bargi, of course, who's just joined us, also playing their first games. I'm going to bring Jamal Lewis in on left back as well. So this is us ready to go. We're going to stick with Odysseus Vlachodimos in goal. I'm not sure who I've selected as captain. I think Eric Garcia is vice captain actually. So we are ready to kick off. Our FA Cup defence starts here. I expect nothing but a win to keep this good run going. Absolutely. And as we can see there, they're lining up with a 4-4-2. And let's get the game underway. So as we see, Lewis Miley intercepting very early on. Bamba finds Garcia, looks too cool, finds Rooney Bargi. It's a nice ball into Lewis Miley. And I know it's a non-league team. It's 25 seconds, 30 seconds maybe. Hopefully very much par for the course. Nice bit of play from Cool. Finds Rooney Bargi. It's a nice run from Lewis Miley. It wasn't picked up. The keeper I mean, I'm not a great goalkeeper. I feel like I may have made a better effort than what the keeper has done there. As he takes the goal kick, the ball is only as far as Rooney Bargy, finds Kuol, finds Alarcon, back to Kuol, back to Rooney Bargy. The front three combining very well here as Rooney Bargy goes on. Rooney Bargy goes in in literally seconds over the 2 minute mark and scores on his debut. And it was a nice bit of football from the front three combined very well there. Rooney Bargy just a little bit too easy. It looks like a little bit of a toe poke through the goalkeeper's legs there. We don't care. 2-0. I mean, I kind of do care a little bit. I kind of feel like I kind of feel a little bit bad for them as Ugani makes an interception, clears it only as far as Eric Garcia. His pass is cut out. Jonathan Taz there to pick up the loose ball. Garcia, of course, playing in defensive midfield, and we've decided to keep Samba in centre back because that's very much where we're very comfortable with him, and we're trying to get him. We're trying to get that to be his most natural position. He is natural in defensive midfield as well as in central defence, but we do want him to be a central defender going forward. I think it's where he's been doing his best work. It's where he's been doing most of his work as he gets all the way down the right wing there. But Eric Garcia cuts out the attempted counter-attack. Justo plays it in to Alarcon. He finds Kuol, and there's a good save from the goalkeeper. Rooney now to take the corner. Rooney Bargy in towards the back post, and that is a good save from the goalkeeper Brooks there, giving a little bit of confidence. And again, he's good at the back post. I have to say, when you're up against 6'5" Jonathan Tah and I can't remember who got that header. He's done well there to pull those out of the air. Samuel Justo now looking left, finds Mateus Reis, finds Alarcon up the line. Just stalls a little bit, allows the defender to get in and make the challenge, but the clearance doesn't go far, only as far as Jonathan Tah. Makes a break down the right wing, cuts the ball back all the way to Bamba. Garcia then into Justo, who finds Rooney Barge. He's having a go, and no, it did come off the foot of the post. It was a good effort from Rooney Bargy. I mean, less than 15 minutes in this debut, he's got a goal and an assist already, so this is very pleasing. Yes, it is a non-league club, I'm aware of that. But it's a pleasing start, and hopefully something that will give him confidence as Mateus Reis brings the ball across to the right. He is all the way on the right wing, finds Jonathan Tah, ball comes back to Angel Alarcon. His first goal for the club in the 14th minute. Very, very pleasing. It's going to be the theme of the day. As we say, Mateus Reis just afforded too much time, really. Finds Jonathan Tah. The two fullbacks combine, and it's poor from the defence, really. Should have got in front of Alarcon. But 3-0. Rooney now to take the free kick, and it's in the roof of the net. Decent effort. Is anybody not playing great? Doesn't look like it. I think everybody is playing pretty well. It's a nice touch from Justo. Finds Alarcon. Lewis Miley's shot is blocked. Can't get the ball out. Malcolm clears only as far as Querfeld. Making his debut, of course, first playing a 6.9 so far. That's pleasing to see. It'll give him a little bit of confidence. Ollie now to whip the free kick in towards the box. Cleared by Jonathan Tah. Comes as far as Nixon. Ball goes back in. Samuel Justo to head it out. Garcia finds Miley on the right. He's making a run forward. He's getting all the way through central midfield. Comes to Alarcon. Finds Mateus Reis. He's getting all the way down to the byline. Big deep cross into the back post. Lewis Miley's there to head home. I know they're non-league. That's fine. But I think they should change their goalkeeper at halftime because their goalkeeper is having an absolute tired. I think the goalkeeper should be doing better on at least two of the goals that we've seen today already. We're 23 minutes, 24 minutes in. We're winning 4-0. This is going to be something of a demolition. I maybe should have brought a few more under 21s in, which is insulting, of course, to Gateshead because they don't want to play against under 21 players. But you know they might lose less to under 21s players. As Rooney Bargy strikes the woodwork with an incredible shot, the ball comes back over from Alarcon. The defender clears it only as far as Jonathan Tah. Lewis Miley, of course, 2 goals already on a hat-trick. As Grayson hits the corners, cleared by Querfeld. I mean, credit to Gateshead, they've had a few corners, a few free kicks in dangerous positions. They're not making anything of them, but they get into those positions, they're not sitting back and just parking the bus and soaking up the attacks. They're giving it a go, and they are getting forward. So this mighty here goes back to Odysseus. Looks for Querfeld. Brings the ball forward to Samuel Justo. Wins Alarcon. Our young summer signings combining very well here. It's come back to Querfeld again. Looks for Jonathan Ta. It's a nice pass to Rooney Bargi. Back to Miley. It's a lovely through ball to Kuol. It's good effort. It's come back off the post. The keeper saves it. We retain the ball. Mateus Rees now looking to get down the flank. Cuts it back to Garcia. There's a nice pass to Justo. He's having a go. He's hit the woodwork again. And the ball comes out to Rutledge. And there's a nice tackle from Querfeld there. But Garant Kuol gives away a free kick. So we've hit the woodwork 2 or 3 times already. I think 3. Rooney Bargi's done it twice. That's a nice tackle from Garcia. Comes to Lewis Miley, looks for Rooney Bargi on the right wing. Cuts the ball back, but the pass is cut out. Goes back to Brooks. Hesitantly clears. Only comes as far as Garcia. Retains the ball. Gives it to Reese. Looks for Justo. He's making a break for the byline. Cuts it back to Garcia, who shouts for a penalty, perhaps. It's back to Garcia after he lost the earlier challenge. Bamba now looking for Miley. Comes to Ta. Bargi. There's a lot of first time passing. Oh my word, what a goal. What an incredible goal. He actually just gave it a little Panenka like dink over the goalkeeper. A lovely bit of passing. Bamba finds Miley. Comes to Ta. Nice touch to Rooney. First time in the Miley. First time in the Kuol. And it looks like he's just done a little Panenka like lift over the goalkeeper there to make it 5-0 in the 36th, 37th minute, I think that was. So all 3 of our front players having scored already, and of course a double for the Smiley. The only player not playing a great game so far is Leopold Querfeld. It is his debut, maybe a little bit of nerves as Rooney Bargi take this corner. And as soon as I say that, Querfeld scores. So his rating shot up. Rooney into the near post. Querfeld is kind of unmarked. Just does the easy part. Just glances it back across the far post. It's 6-0 at half time. As Lewis Miley makes a turn, finds Jonathan Ta. Is he going to have a go? Is there a shout for a penalty? Lewis Miley might get the opportunity for a hat-trick here. Because it looks like they're going to give a penalty. No penalty? Okay. Well, that's fair. That's okay. I don't know if it's fair. I don't really know if there's much in it, but that's okay. What a 45 minutes. We have blown them away. And I feel a little bit guilty because our substitutes are all strong options. So we'll just see it out. Samuel Justo brings the ball forward, finds Rooney Bargi. He's having a go. There's a good save from Brooks. Credit to him. I want Brooks to do well now in the second half. You can see the 6 goals in the first half. Had an absolute nightmare. They've kept him on. So Rooney Bargi whips in a free kick. He's looking for Querfeld. Brooks has done well there again. He's good at getting the ball out of the air. He's certainly capable of that. We're going to make a little change. We're going to bring Jamal Lewis back in because he has not played in some time. I'm going to bring Mateus Rees in the central defence because he is capable of playing that role. We'll give Bamba a little bit of a rest. Do we bring in Joe Willock for Garcia as well? I think we will. I have faith in you. Let's go. As Mateus Rees breaks down our left-hand side, cuts the ball back to Justo, goes all the way back to Querfeld. Looks across to Bamba, who's moving the ball to the right, finds Rooney Bargi. Nice pass, and the loose Miley. It's a good effort, it's a good save from the goalkeeper. Fair play to Brooks. He's a Tiernan Brooks. And Tiernan Brooks is actually their best player on 7.2. Because he has made saves, we've absolutely peppered the goal in this opening 61, 62 minutes. As Jonathan Taz having a go, there's a loose ball. There comes the Eiffel. Let's see, making a break down our right hand side. We're not coming across to meet him. It comes to Pani. It comes to Ugani. There's a nice challenge there from Lewis. It's well played by Jamal Lewis. As Rooney Bargy now with a free kick from distance. He's hit the woodwork again, Rooney Bargy. I think he's definitely hit the woodwork at least 3 times in this game. Salarkhan tries to get on his right foot. There's a good tackle there. I mean, do we change the mentality up to go very attacking? Is this just adding salt to the wound, insult to injury? Oh, Lewis could have been dangerous there. As Ollie has a go from distance, it's not a bad effort, I have to say. Fair play to him for having a go. As Tab brings it through and finds Miley, goes back to Justo. Joe Willock now playing that defensive midfield role, finds Alarcon with a lovely pass, comes back inside to Lewis, looks for Miley, and that's his hat trick. 7-0 in the 67th minute. I feel bad. I feel a little bit guilty about it, you might say. But there's a nice pass here to Alarcon. He cuts it back to Jamal Lewis, just squares the ball over to Lewis Miley. He's got far too much time. Let's be honest. He shouldn't have that much time to do what he's done. But it's 7-0. And now that he's got his hat trick, I'm going to bring him out because he has done very, very well for us. I mean, these two guys would have preferred to stay on the bench. That's not the attitude I want to see from you guys. Let's bring them in. Rooney Bargy having a very good game. I am going to bring you out. He's having a storming game. As we make 3 more changes. So still 20 minutes to go. We're 7-0 up. As Jamal Lewis makes another challenge. We get the ball out. Jamal Lewis heavily involved in some of the defensive work there, and it's great to see. Alarcon makes a break now down our left-hand side. Can I get a ball squared over to Jonathan David? He goes to the byline, comes back to Pablo Roberto, and there's an awful attempt at shooting there. It has been dragged well wide. What are we into? 75 minutes now. As we see, everybody again playing really well. Our new introduced subs haven't got a rating up here yet, but they will do shortly. Pablo Roberto on a 6.5, probably because how terrible that miss was. There's a long ball forward here. I thought there might have been half an opportunity there for Rutledge, but Odysseus catches the ball. Fires out to Jonathan Towell on the right. It goes back to Querfeld. He's driving forward, finds Justo in midfield. It's a nice pass into Alarcon. Goes back to Querfeld. It's a nice pass to Berardi. Too much space, really. He's having a go. Kind of expected that. As soon as Berardi got it on his left foot, it's exactly what I thought was going to happen. Querfeld, again, given too much space. And Berardi, unmarked on the right wing, allowed too much time to turn inside and just drills it home. No mistaking. Yeah. I feel guilty. It's 8-0. It's an on-league team. As Berardi is going to take this corner, looks in for the middle. There is something going on there. There's a penalty shout. I'm going to give this penalty to somebody who has not scored for us. Everybody has scored a goal for us. I don't think Mateus Reis has scored a goal for us. So I will let him take the penalty. And if he misses, who cares? And he's actually not a bad penalty taker. So we'll put him in. He hasn't scored a goal for us. Yes, literally everybody else has scored. Quite a few of them coming in this match. So is it Mateus Reis? It is. Okay, we got that in time. You better score. I mean, do I need to press the air horn when it's 9-0? That is rubbing salt in the wounds, adding insult to injury. Mateus Reis, it's a nice penalty. Keeper should have saved it. Brooks, you've been your team's best player. Number of players playing on a less than a 6.0. But 9-0, I feel like a number of goals. They very nearly had an opportunity to score there now. Odysseus had to be fully alert there, and he was. As there's a long, hopeless ball over here, picked up by Jamal Lewis. He's driving forward. Samuel Justo finds Alarcon. Finds David. I don't know if Jamal Lewis has scored for me yet. Certainly not in my time. It's a big, deep cross. Stop pressing the button. Corks, you don't need to. That might be ruled off. That's given. As Jonathan David cuts the ball back here to Jamal Lewis. First time, big, deep, first time cross. And there Roberto. Brooks is diving at his feet when the ball is in the air. Pablo Roberto just heads it home. Unchallenged, unaffected. He is onside there. I mean, there's two players playing him onside there, really. And I keep pressing the air horn button. And it's 10-0. Whoopsie. That was about as comprehensive as it gets. That is absolutely correct. Was it 6-0 at halftime, 10-0 at full time? I feel guilty. Oh my word. West Ham have beat Man City on penalties in the Carabao Cup quarterfinal. Grealish and Vanderson missed. Well, that's interesting, because now that means that West Ham will play Southampton in the semi-final, whereas we play Spurs, and West Ham and Southampton are a championship team. West Ham are a little bit of a mid-table-ish, a little higher than mid-table. But if we beat Spurs and get through to the final, I feel pretty confident. Bargy scores on debut, Miley on top form, etc., etc., etc. It's 10-0, But that is it for this episode. There is an awful lot to take in there. There was a number of goals to show you. Of course, in the next games, in the next episode, we will have goals from the games against Spurs, Crystal Palace, West Ham, Juventus, Brentford, our FA Cup 4th round game, and our final Champions League phase game against Club Brugge. We then follow that up in the following month with Man City, and we may even just bring you the highlights of the second leg of the Carabao Cup now that has been rescheduled. So that is it for this episode. I do hope you've enjoyed it. As always, please like, share, subscribe, comment. We will be back in the next episode to bring you those games. Until then, thank you very much and take care. Thank you for watching this video. I do hope you've enjoyed it. Please remember to subscribe to the channel. It helps us to grow. It helps us to bring you more videos like this. Please also leave a like and share the video as well. And please do leave a comment. We would love to hear your feedback also. That's it for now. You can watch one of these recommended videos, but we will see you in the next one. Until then, thank you and take care.